They were scared because Michael had plans on his last tour to talk about the entire entertainment industry and what it was hiding. A part of the media, which had completely different purposes behind the masks, annihilated him, in the way that destroyed his reputation, causing him to give up. Because everything that followed was under the signs, on the face, of the Illuminati. Including the launch of Michael's hologram at a concert that had those Masonic inscriptions. In the video we see how Michael had begun to talk, to mourn everything about what the music world is hiding and who plays the games, who decides whether or not it should exist in that extremely harsh world. An exclusive world where you succeed only if you make compromises, if you sell yourself, if you give up your personality and become their slave, and their illusions are empty but beautifully packaged. Once you have come under their control, you are rewarded with money, lots of money, if you are submissive and play their games. What's next? Disorder in life, stress, loneliness, drugs, alcohol, extravagance, lack of self-confidence. That is exactly what enlightenment they want after they no longer need you, and exactly what happened to Michael but to many other famous celebrities. Because fame demands payment, one that is often done through death. Totally ironic, in the title Escape, posthumous album Michael Jackson, was released by Epic Records, a representative of Sony Music. Here, it's a film with a speech he makes that he admits he doesn't like Sony, nor does former company president Tommy Mottola. He explains how Mottola acted more as a manipulator of his project, while keeping a logo that says Sony kills music. Michael Jacobs Hagan, a 34-year-old businessman who has been friends with Jackson for 2 decades, says the pop star wrote 13 letters that included phrases like "try to kill me" and "I'm afraid for my life," Agar Press shows. In a talk with Daphne Barrick on Australian television Sunday night, Jacobs Hagan said, according to the Daily Mail, about the artist, he was in an emotional crisis and was saying "they'll kill me." Possible suspects: Jacobs Hagan was in Germany when Jackson called, asking him to fly to Los Angeles, where they spent 3 days together, and Jackson handed her the letters. Although they do not clarify who those they are mentioned in the AEG company, which at that time was in charge of organizing the concerts that Jackson was going to hold at the O2 Arena in London. In one of these the artist would have written, AEG. "I put so much pressure on myself that I fear for my life." The star's big sister, LaToya, said Michael was killed to prove his brother was killed. The 53-year-old sister of the megastar has requested a private autopsy and says she is determined to find out all about Michael's death. "I am convinced that Michael was killed. I felt it from the beginning. He is not a single guilty person, it is rather a conspiracy. He had an inappropriate entourage. Michael was a very good, affectionate person. People took advantage of this," claims LaToya Jackson, the one who was appointed by the family to sign the artist's death certificate. Although he claims he does not want to influence the investigation in any way, the star's sister goes further with the disclosures and says he felt something was wrong with his brother, who died suddenly on June 25 less than a month ago. "I told myself that Michael was going to die before he went to London, because he was surrounded by people who didn't really defend his interests. Michael was worth over $1 billion. So much, there are always people walking after the prey. I told my family a month ago that he would never get to sing in London. He was more dead than alive," she added. At Toya, he believes there was a conspiracy guilty of Jackson's disappearance that would have removed the artist from his family and friends, but which would have forced him to sign for the 50 concerts for his return to the stage in London. "They saw Michael in a gold mine and made him become a drug addict. I think it has destroyed his balance so much that he died," confesses LaToya. At Toya, she also said she would not find peace until she learned the truth about her brother's death. "I will not stop until I find out who is responsible for his death. Why did they keep him away from his family? It is not a matter of money. I want justice for Michael. I will not rest until I will find out what and who killed my brother," she says. Moreover, LaToya also said that his brother would have told him not to take pain medication for more than 6 months, during which he had been taking a detoxification treatment. However, by the time he got to his job, on the day he was hurt at home, LaToya found dozens of medicine bottles, some of them empty. LaToya also claims that Michael always had a large sum of money in his Los Angeles home. And that on the day of death, about $2 million, cash, but also valuable jewelry would have disappeared from the star's house. At Toya, he doesn't understand why his brother was found in the room of the personal doctor, Conrad Murray. Michael went from his room to his doctor's room. What happened there is not known, she added. The megastar's sister revealed that Michael intended to direct a movie. His first movie should have been one called Thriller. He wanted to give up the music. He didn't want to get on stage anymore. Michael Jackson's daughter, Paris Jackson, is convinced that his father was killed. It's obvious. All this points to this. It seems like a whole conspiracy theory and it sounds like a lie, but all true fans and family members know it. That was a stunt. It was a lie, Paris Jackson told Rolling Stone. Asked who would have wanted Michael Jackson to die, the youngster said many people had problems with him. Sure, I want justice, but it's a chess game. And I try to play it right. Only I can say for now. At one point, Michael said they'll kill me one day, Paris Jackson said, recalling similar statements made by Lisa Marie Presley, the second wife of the megastar, in an interview with television producer Oprah Winfrey. After Joe Jackson confessed in the Larry King Show that behind his son's death there is a whole conspiracy, the megastar's brother, Jermaine Jackson, supports the father's theory. Invited to a radio show, Jermaine Jackson confessed that he knows who killed Michael and that Dr. Conrad Murray was not the only one responsible for the star's death. Jermaine also said that things will be clear soon and the truth will be revealed. Michael was always afraid that someone would take his life. Michael was no longer with us long before we got to the hospital, Jackson said.
They made and created so much joy for the world. And the system, meaning the record companies, totally took advantage of it. But this is very important, what we're fighting for. Because I'm tired, I'm really, really tired of the manipulation. I'm tired of how the press is manipulating everything that's been happening in this situation. They do not tell the truth. They're liars. And they manipulate our history books. The history books are not true. It's a lie. The history books are lying. You need to know that. You must know that. All the forms of popular music, from jazz to hip-hop to bebop to soul, you talk about the different dances, from the cakewalk to the jitterbug to the Charleston to break dancing. All these are forms of black dancing. The minute it became the all-time best-selling albums in history in the Guinness Book of World Records, overnight they called me a freak. They called me a homosexual. They called me a child molester. They said I tried to bleach my skin. They made everything to turn the public against me. This is all complete conspiracy. You have to know that. You know, it's time. I love you more. It's time for a change. And let's not leave this building and forget what has been said. Put it into your heart. Put it into your subconscious mind. And let's do something about it. We have to. We have to. Because it's been a long, long time coming. And a change has got to come. So let's hold our torches high and get the respect that we deserve. I love you. I love you. Please don't put this in your heart today and forget it tomorrow. Because we would have not accomplished our purpose. We will have not accomplished our purpose if that happens. This has got to stop. It's got to stop.